Oh, you're diving into the dark and icy waters of Antarctica. The eerie blue darkness is enveloping you, reminiscent of the vast expanse of open space. In these depths, where you least expect to encounter any living creature, you suddenly hear a loud, strange sound, a quacking noise, as if a giant duck was hidden in the deep. In 1960, researchers first recorded this sound and named it Bioduck. Clever. For decades, they tried to unravel the mystery of its source. Was it a giant kraken? An extraterrestrial spaceship that had crashed into the ocean? A mysterious sea monster? Or perhaps an enormous duck? There were many versions, one more bizarre than the other. Oceanographers detected similar sounds in other locations as well, off the western coast of Australia and near New Zealand. They recorded similar but higher-pitched signals, which they named Biogoose. It seems the creepy atmosphere of the story disappears with such names, huh? Anyway, these sounds were not isolated incidents. They happened multiple times with consistent intervals. Many initially thought the source must be mechanical, given the regularity of the sounds. However, studying the oceans in the latter half of the 20th century was challenging due to limited technology. Nevertheless, scientists persisted in collecting data on Bioduck and Biogoose, driven by their insatiable curiosity. As more data accumulated, so did the theories, but eventually, scientists uncovered the mystery. Bioduck turned out to be a form of communication with a biological origin. When researchers analyzed the repeating sounds, they noticed something fascinating. The signals never overlapped. One source would speak while the others remained silent, suggesting a form of communication. The question remained, which ocean creature possesses such an extraordinary method of communication? The answer, as many have guessed, is whales. Scientists compared the Bioduck sound from Antarctica with the calls of minke whales and found striking similarities. The Biogoose sounds from the waters of Australia and New Zealand likely belong to other whale species, or perhaps very young minke whales. But this discovery only deepened the mystery. What purpose did these sounds serve? Were the whales discussing their dinner plans, laughing at the humans recording their voices, or perhaps sharing deep insights about the universe? The possibilities were endless, but the most astonishing revelation was that humans might one day learn to communicate with these magnificent creatures. Communicating with whales is no longer a far-fetched idea. Scientists from the University of California have already established contact with a humpback whale named Twain. In a groundbreaking experiment, researchers conducted a 20-minute conversation with the marine mammal. Here's how they did it. The specialists went on a marine expedition to the coast of Alaska, where they recorded the sounds of a group of humpback whales. Then they played these sounds back into the ocean. The recorded sounds resembled a greeting, something like, "Hey, what's up?" But in whale language, these greetings are used to call each other or indicate their location. Soon after, they received a response. Twain approached the boat, circled it, and replied with a hey of its own. This marked the beginning of the first ever human-whale conversation. For 20 minutes, the scientists sent 36 signals to Twain, and each time, it responded. Moreover, it waited for time intervals before answering. It seems Twain was a very delicate interlocutor. Maybe it was a gentleman in the whale world, or maybe it was simply intrigued by this unusual interaction. The signals used in this communication belonged to a group of whales that included Twain. It's likely that the researchers had recorded Twain's own sounds and used them to communicate with it. In a sense, Twain was conversing with itself. Now, let's continue our journey and venture into the deepest oceanic trench on Earth, the Mariana Trench. A quick reminder. The Mariana Trench is a colossal chasm in the ocean floor, stretching over 1,500 miles south of Japan and reaching a depth of nearly 36,000 feet. To put that into perspective, the height of the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, is only 1/10 of the trench's depth. Now imagine this. In this deep, dark abyss, scientists recorded a strange sound. Unlike Bioduck, this sound resembles something from a science fiction movie. A low rumble, followed by a metallic ping, reminiscent of the sounds made by spaceships in sci-fi films. Researchers named this mysterious phenomenon Bioduck. Scientists first detected this strange sound in 2014 during an acoustic survey of the Mariana Trench, and they quickly identified its source: whales, specifically bride's whales. Using artificial intelligence, researchers analyzed around 200,000 hours of ocean recordings and found matches with a group of bride's whales. Like other animals, these whales use sounds as a form of communication. Now, do you know what else was found at the bottom of the Mariana Trench? A plastic bottle. It's unlikely that a kraken, a whale, or some deep-sea monster put it there. The answer is simple. A human did, but that's a topic for another video. Okay, let's deal with one more sound. No whales this time, just a mysterious noise in the loneliest place on Earth. This place is called Point Nemo, located in the South Pacific Ocean. Point Nemo is the most remote spot from any land. The nearest island is 1,450 nautical miles away. Moreover, here there's almost no marine life. In a sense, it's a water desert. And so, in 1997, oceanographers recorded a very strange and frightening sound coming from the depths near Point Nemo. It was something gigantic and terrifying. People called it the bloop. As soon as journalists found out about this phenomenon, wild theories began to emerge. Some claimed it was a giant sea monster, a kraken, or some unknown creature. But the hype didn't last long. Scientists solved the mystery. It turned out the bloop was the sound of an iceberg cracking and collapsing. To confirm this, researchers recorded other icebergs and heard something almost identical to the bloop. Oh, and by the way, Point Nemo is so remote that space agencies crash out-of-service satellites here. That's why many call it the satellite cemetery. But what if a spaceship from another planet crashed here? What if it's already at Point Nemo and sometimes emits an emergency signal? Ooh. All the mysteries you've heard have already been solved. How about we end this video with a mystery that still baffles scientists? Meet Upsweep, one of the most mysterious sounds ever recorded in the ocean, and to this day, its origin remains unknown. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and share it with your friends.